Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller. Welcome back to some more Animal Crossing New Horizons. I am freaking cutting it close to recording today. Scooter and I just rushed home from MAGFest. It is Saturday, about to go into Sunday, and we made the most of it. Also, Scooter's here.
Surprise, I'm here.
Yeah.
Although depending upon how things go, this will be my last appearance on the series.
Yeah, that's okay though. This is the end of our MAGFest woes. It's the end of our MAGFest day, and we were able to get in before midnight. So as long as the day starts before midnight, we're good. Even through this loading screen, it'll be 11:59, and we'll be all set. We did, however, miss the fishing tourney, which is not a big deal. I've done the December fishing tourney before.
Oh no, we missed the fishing tourney, which
did.
means I don't get to bust out my subpar Froggy.
You don't get to, no. So it's Saturday, no big announcements instead. Yeah. Thank you. No tourney today, but tomorrow is KK. I kind of wish this could have been switched, but I might wind up playing tomorrow anyway because I gotta play.
Today is Saturday.
Today is Saturday, yeah, that's when KK normally shows up.
Right.
But he's not here because of the fishing tourney.
Oh.
So he'll likely show up on Sunday instead, because that's usually how it goes.
Tell me how much I'm paying attention.
No, that's fine. You don't play Animal Crossing, so I'll remind you of that little detail. Which means we have no guest on our island. I mean, we do. We technically have CJ because of the fishing tourney, but we can't do anything with him because we can't compete in the fishing tourney after like 6 p.m. So that means today, I'm gonna go back over here. I'm gonna do this for an hour while we talk about what we did today, or while we attempt to talk about what we did today. Oh yeah, I gotta sell these. Let me do that first, and then I gotta go on the cat and boat tour, and then we can talk about our final day of MAGFest and our thoughts of the convention overall.
Which I probably had the days wrong. Aren't your plants regrown today?
Are my plans what?
Did your plants regrow, or do I got the days backwards?
Well, they could be there, but I can let them grow another day.
Okay, never mind. I thought it was like every other day, and I thought we did the cooking 2 days ago. I don't remember.
I don't remember. I mean, I guess I can go look. I have to go over that way anyway for Captain, but I can at least say hi to CJ. No, I can't. He's not even here. He just left his stuff here. And
wow, what a loiter. Is it loitering?
I mean, there's valuable stuff in there. I don't know. Bye, CJ. He's not here, but that's okay. His stuff is here, and that's what matters. No, it's fine. Okay, so I don't know what else is going to happen. We're going to... I guess my stuff is regrown. I guess I could cook. I could cook. Anyone can cook, Scooter.
Yes, as long as you can follow instructions, you can cook.
Yes.
Don't freestyle it until you can follow instructions cooking first, though. Right.
So, yeah, you know what, Scooter? You're right. All my stuff is here. We're cooking today, but first...
Captain?
Yeah, actually, you know what? Oh, frick. Maybe I should have taken the cat and boat ride before the clock struck midnight, huh? Because well, technically, a new day in Animal Crossing rolls over at 5 a.m. when the shop reopens.
Right.
Because when that happens, that's when Isabel makes her morning announcement. So I think I can do this and still go on another cat and boat ride, and like if I play again in like 8 hours or something.
8 hours or whenever, like, again, you've got the whole time zone, but spoiling the illusion of people, real life people. You still have the time difference of 3 hours when you get back home, so maybe...
This was like a 4-day daylight savings in which we jump ahead 3 hours. And then we're gonna do daylight savings again tomorrow. Anyway, Scooter, as we talk over this Captain song, how was your last day of MAGFest, and how was your MAGFest overall?
My last day, I want to say it was uneventful, but that's usually what happens to me with a lot of conventions, is... Because a lot of times I go to conventions and it's just like, okay, day 1, front load. Day 2, still front load. Day 3, I did everything in days 1 and 2, crap.
Right, well, that Sunday, if we were to go on Sunday, that's what most conventions are anyway. Is on the actual last day of the convention, that's when things are relatively mundane. But we're not going to be here on Sunday, we're flying home.
Yeah.
So Saturday became our last day, and Saturday, we expected it to be the busiest day, and it kind of seemed that way. It seemed like there were more people.
Right, there were definitely more people.
But we didn't do panels. I did tournaments all day.
I did a panel, but we'll talk about that when the time comes when we go through the timeline.
Okay, so I registered for 2 different Smash tourneys. They had Smash tourneys like every 4 hours. So I registered for one. Oh, well, actually, let's go before that. So we got up, we had our breakfast, and then before we left, we actually recorded a WarioWare video. I'll need to listen to the audio and see if it's okay, and if it is, great, we have a WarioWare video.
Wow.
Otherwise, the first thing we did was we went to the convention center, and we got there at about 11, because I signed up for the Smash tourney at noon. So we got there and went straight to the Artists Alley gaming area, and I signed up for a Smash tourney. And Scooter and I kind of split immediately as a result.
Yeah, which was weird. It's like you were signing up, and I just like took off my own, and I don't remember why, but.
Well, because I said like, I'm just gonna be playing in Smash. Like you can go do your own thing. It doesn't offend me. But I like, did you go play something? I don't remember.
I want to say I played something. I think I remember what I did, because you played Smash, and I think like the first thing I did was I went to the last indie game I hadn't played yet. Well, outside of 2 games, which I'll mention briefly.
Mm-hmm.
But first thing I want to redact was something I said 2 days ago when I said I played an indie game. I said it was Diary of something. No, the game was called Bad Trip.
Okay.
So I got one wrong. It's called Bad Trip. It's a first-person shooter where you're just trying to collect enough of X thing to get out, and it's super muddy graphics. Like, imagine if you turn the saturation on this game all the way up.
That'd be a lot.
And you turn the darkness all the way down.
That'd be a lot.
So it was like that for the entire game.
Okay.
So, anyway, I feel like I said the same thing both ways. But anyway, no, I played a game called Scrap Seas.
Okay.
Imagine if The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, graphic style and like interface for a lot of stuff and everything, there's the boat sailing parts.
Okay.
But that was also a roguelike where you upgraded your guns on your boats and you fought other ships and just tried to go as far as you could.
Okay, gotcha.
But the other 2 games I didn't play, but at least piqued my interest. One was Udder, like a cow udder, Pandemonium.
I played that.
You played that one.
I'll explain my experience in a moment, but you go ahead.
But yeah, no, that's one of the ones I didn't play.
Oh, okay.
And the other one I didn't play was Chess Cross or X Mate.
Okay.
Basically, from what I could see after watching others play it, it's a dating sim where the main mechanic is playing chess. It sounds stupid. I don't do dating sims, so I skipped it, but if you guys like dating sims and are good at chess, maybe you'll enjoy it.
I feel like that's the fun of indie games, though, is just seeing what gimmicky ideas show up in events like these.
And I should say, like, the people that were the dating sim part, they weren't like chess pieces, maybe constructed around the process, like a knight and a rook and all that jazz, but they were actually people, not like the physical pieces.
Okay, gotcha.
So, but yeah, that's what I did. Probably roughly right up until when you got to your Smash tourney, is I played Scrap Seas.
Yeah, because you showed back up when I was finishing up my first set. Because I remember you came back, and I don't remember who my opponent was. I was using Banjo. I don't remember who he was using. Do you remember?
Oh, Banjo against... It wasn't the Snake.
No, that was later. We'll get to that.
Oh...
It
wasn't a heavy character.
No, I don't exactly remember, but I remember you walked in and you're like, wow, you sauced that guy. And I was like, a little bit. He's like, I could tell he wasn't like a regular tourney player. So, I get it. I was doing some pretty decent setups as Banjo. And I'm just trying to remember who we played, but I can't remember.
All I remember...
Oh, it was Daisy.
Oh, it was Daisy?
He played Daisy.
I remember it was vaguely humanoid, like standard humanoid shape.
He played Daisy. He was a nice guy. And obviously when I see a Peach or a Daisy, I'm like, uh-oh. And he started to do some turnip combos, but he like was slipping. And so I was just kind of taking advantage of that. And I did defeat him. I went 2-0 against him, and then I went into the next match, and I got all the way up to semifinals, and these are single elimination tourneys, and so when I lost, I thought I was gonna get ready to leave. I'm like, oh no, Yoshiller, that was semifinals. You have to play for third.
Oh.
I'm like, play for third? Sweet. So
more Smash. Yoshiller doesn't say no to more Smash.
Yeah. I've got that anime protagonist vibe where it's like, I just want to play. I don't care if I lose. I want to play someone firsthand and study, like that type of thing. The person who sent me to losers was a Zero Suit Samus player, and we were pretty toe to toe. We had a crowd of people watching us, and he was good. And even he was like, I thought you were gonna play Yoshi, and I'm like, I've been pretty much going Banjo most of this tournament just to see what happens. And he goes, oh okay. And I almost had he got me the first game and it was close, and the second game was even closer, and I almost had him, man. And he got me. I threw out a Wonder Wing, and he punished me for it, and I need to stop doing that. But Wonder Wing is great at catching people landing, and I figured, it's last stock. If I don't use it, I lose it type of thing. So I threw it out, and he shielded, and then he got me. But I got sent to losers, where I fought a pit player, and the pit player was a nice fellow. He said he liked using pit. He always used pit, and he was pretty good. But I did go 2-0 against him. I used Banjo once again, and I won. So I got 3rd place at one of the MAGFest tourneys. So they gave me some money in what they call MAGFest points, which are basically dollars that you can only spend at MAGFest. Right. So I went and bought myself a little Blaziken figure. Because I used Blaziken competitively, and I was using Blaziken in a lot of the competitive matches I played, and I even used Blaziken in the Pokemon tourney that I entered later that day. But I'm jumping ahead of myself. We also met up with a friend named, I think his tag is EMP Obama.
EMP Obama, okay.
But we were hanging out, and we played some Capcom versus SNK 2, where he kicked my butt because I couldn't do inputs. I know what the inputs are. I can't do them. And then we played Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And he schooled me because he's like a mod, or he's like a TO for Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or something.
Yeah.
So he schooled me.
I mean, you played like, the vanilla, middle of the road, not good, not bad at anything characters.
Yeah, so when we played MVC2, all I remember is that back in the day I loved using Wolverine. And I think I used Mega Man back in the day, but had no idea what I was doing, so I didn't want to use Mega Man here. Yeah. And then I was like, I swear I used to use like Strider or something as well. And he still was doing things to where I was basically stuck in a corner the entire match.
Yeah, well, I know he used Sentinel, but Sentinel is also the meta because Sentinel is an unopposed character in Marvel's Capcom 2.
I didn't know that.
But
I don't know what the meta for the game is. I know the meta a little more for like Tatsunoko and MVC3, right. But not MVC2.
Yeah, I've played some Marvel's Capcom 2, but I'm not very knowledgeable in it.
For sure. Well, I like watching it. It's a very flashy game, but I can't do the things that people do.
Yeah, because I know, but from watching it myself, that's almost every top team has Sentinel on it.
Oh, that makes sense.
But what was it? I mean, I myself if we were able to stick around the cat and we have people behind us, if we were to stick around, I would have stepped in to play a game. But I probably use a very weird dumb team: Ken, Felicia, and Servbot.
I thought Ken was pretty good.
I like Ken. I like to use Ken because I'm if it's hey, here's Street Fighter, what do you use? Ken. But we have all these new characters. Ken.
No, that's fair. Yeah, Ken's always been good, even in the crossover games he's in. And I saw some high-end competitive people because I was spectating.
Right.
Ken popped up. There was definitely a guy using Ken.
Oh yeah.
Because I famously know that special of his where he does the triple Shoryuken with the flames.
Uh-huh.
So I know I've seen that from Marvel vs. Capcom. So I gotta imagine he's pretty good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's my team. But again, we got kind of shoved off, and then I think.
Well, before we met up with him, you and I went and played some arcade games, didn't we?
No, that was even after that. That was before Pokemon.
Got it.
Because we went and did dinner. I'm skipping the timeline a little bit.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember the order of events too.
I think I remember it's you were doing your Smash matches. I think I was there when you got was that?
Because I did a second Smash tourney.
Yeah, you did a second one. That's probably where it popped up again because I don't know what you did before that, but I think I lost you. Yeah, I think it split off from you once again, and I actually went to a panel.
Okay.
I went to a panel on called Pinball. How to play and not just slap the flippers.
Okay.
There is legitimate tech to pinball.
Right. And I know that there's tech, but I don't know what the tech is. But I mean, considering there's professional pinball players, they've unlocked some sort of skill that I have yet to grasp. Did I just pick up a pumpkin that wasn't orange?
No, you got all orange. You're good.
Okay, good.
The base. I know it's hard for you to see, but basically, if you can tell, the darkest one is the orange ones right now.
Okay, cool.
Well,
there's some green ones on the left, but the color blindness is kicking in.
Okay, yeah. Other than the green ones, the darkest ones are the oranges.
Okay. But anyway, yeah. So I did a second Smash tourney. What were you doing before that though? Because you and I split up again for some reason.
Yeah. I think it was. I came back when you were. I think we met up with EMP Obama.
He was at the second Smash tourney I was at.
Yeah, so we met up with him after the second one, and I met up, and that's when I met with you, because that's when the pinball panel ended.
Mm-hmm.
So, timeline got a little scrambled, but regardless, all I'm going to say at this point is pinball has tech, has names for things that seem mundane. It's actually kind of cool, but I'll leave it at that if you want to look up more pinball tech. But yeah, we met up. We did the stuff with EMP Obama.
Okay, so that was it. You did the panel, and then you came and hung out?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we toured the Artist Alley for a little while.
We did.
And then around 6, I'm just going to say he, because I'm tired of saying the tag. Sorry, buddy.
That was fun.
He split off because he had to take care of something. And that's when we played some arcade. Well, that's when we went and ate. Or that's when we played some arcade games.
We played some arcade games. We played Pac-Man Versus.
Yep.
And we found 2 other people to play with. And they were good, and it was fairly even, but I am going to brag and say that I won in the
Oh yeah, you won. I think I lost, actually,
yeah,
overall.
It was pretty tight. And then after that, we played Cruisin'?
We played Cruisin' on arcade machines.
Yeah, Cruisin' Blast, like the modern Cruisin'. We played it on an arcade cabinet.
Like the one that's currently available on your Nintendo Switch system.
Yeah. So we played that. We played that ball game.
Death Ball.
Yes.
I will say, and apologies to any younger viewers, but Death Ball is a game that usually appears, it's usually in like barcades.
Mm-hmm.
But the best way to describe it is that I told Yoshiller is 2D Rocket League, and then now that we've played it and I've remembered it, mixed with a small sprinkling of classic arcade Mario Brothers. As in like with screen warping type stuff.
Right. Yeah, so it was cool. Scooter turned me on to that, and I thoroughly enjoyed what I played. So we played that for a bit. And then after that, did we play any other arcade games, or was that it?
That was it. We basically stood... I'll say because I kind of made this an issue because I wasn't hungry, but we stood around for like 5 minutes saying...
Should we go eat?
Should we go eat?
Because I'm going to do a tourney later, and that's going to be really late.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm not hungry right now, but if you want to go eat, I'll go with you. No, if you want to go to this place, we had a whole little...
The whole thing, yeah.
But we eventually went to BurgerFi again.
I went back there because that's where I like.
I changed up my order this time. Oh, you mean you did too?
I technically did. But yeah, we went back to BurgerFi just because it's right next to the convention center, and I really liked them. And I wanted to make sure we could eat there, go back to the convention center in a reasonable amount of time without having to worry about anything.
Right.
Because, I had to show up late for my Pokemon tourney. Show up late as in show up late in the evening, not show up late to the tourney.
No, you were on time within minutes. So,
yeah,
you were still one of the first people to show up.
Right. So, yeah, this Pokemon tourney, I registered for it, and to qualify, you had to win basically what was known as the MAGFest Pokemon League. And I think I mentioned this in the previous video, where you're fighting people who are using competitive Pokemon teams, but they're all still gym leaders, so they all use Psychic types, they all use Ice, or one guy only uses Psychic types, or one guy only uses Ice types, one guy only uses Dragon types, and you have to get, there's like 9 leaders, and you have to get 8 or 9 badges, so I got them all. I say 8 or 9 because like 1 or 2 people weren't there, but I got all the badges, and I proceeded to be the first person to sign up for the tourney, because I kept checking in. And then eventually, they made an 8-person bracket, because they had like 1 or 2 people who didn't have enough badges that wanted to play, and they said, well, we can do a 16-person bracket, but we would need more people. So we had an 8-person bracket, and I advanced to round 2 pretty quickly.
You were the first one done.
Yeah, the other sets took a while, so there was a lot of waiting. I felt bad for Scooter. Thank you for your patience.
I mean, it was either watch people play Pokemon or stand in line at arcade machines that were full. So my options were stand around or stand around.
Well, at least if you stood around in front of the arcade machines, you could have played something afterwards. Yeah. So I was done pretty quickly. No disrespect to my opponent. That's just how the match went. And then we went to round 2, and I played against a fellow who won the first game. Then I won the second game. And then he won the third. The first game was pretty quick. He beat me pretty quickly, and then the latter 2 games were a lot slower.
Mm-hmm.
And then we proceeded to play for third, and so I had to play another guy. And he won the first one, I won the second one, and then he won the third one immediately.
Yeah, the third one, that last match though was memorable just because he won with Chansey using Seismic Toss.
Because it's technically its best attacking move, because it always does 50, because all your Pokemon are at the level 50. But he did win, and he was fun. And then he got like a little EV capsule, and I'm jealous. I'm like, oh, I would have loved an EV capsule if I got third place. But, he won. That's the luck of the draw, right?
Right.
So I had fun. I just wish it wasn't so late, and I wish it didn't overlap with another Smash tourney. But that's the reason we're here so late, is because that Pokemon tourney started at like 9 o'clock, and Pokemon matches go on for a while. And so we left the convention center at like 11:15, and now here we are finally back at the hotel.
Well, I mean, to skew the story just slightly, we called for the Uber at 11:15.
Right.
They didn't show up until like
15 minutes after that.
Yeah.
And then they took us home here, which was 15 minutes after that. So we walked back in the hotel door at like 11:50.
Yeah, like right at 11:50. And we basically had, okay, we've got 5 minutes to drop everything and be presentable for the video, and now we're here.
Yes, I threw off my hat, I threw off my mask, I set up the recording equipment real quickly, and then we got started. So we really cut it close, but it did work out. What would have happened if we didn't get it in time? I would have just explained. I would have just had to have made a video and be like, hey, this is what happened. But we're good now, we're here. And did I glance over anything? Because the second Smash tourney I played.
Oh yeah, that's my bad.
No, it's fine. It's not as memorable because I didn't win anything. The second Smash tourney I played, so I won the first set. It was Yoshi versus Snake. I was Yoshi. I won, and then I won both games. And then the second set I went against a Kazuya as Banjo. He won the first game. I actually switched to Min Min, and then I won the second game, and then he switched to Marth. And it was really even. And I thought I had a jump when I was recovering, and I didn't. And then everyone behind me was like, oh. So it was good. Like, it was even games. That's all I could really ask for. So I don't know who won that tourney. And then there was another big tourney that started at the same time as the Pokemon tourney, and that one was live streamed.
Yeah.
But I did not. I chose to play Pokemon over that because I spent, a fair share of my convention time getting the Pokemon badges. So it felt more natural that I should have done the Pokemon tourney. And realistically, if I entered that Smash tourney, it might have been similar, where I would have won one round and then lost in the second. Because that's usually how it goes. Because you're at a convention like MAGFest, you are more likely to fight random players who might not compete in tourneys regularly, or at the very least may not be like top level players.
Right.
So in the first round, your odds of playing against someone kind of random are pretty good, and then as you get into second and third rounds, you kind of weed out the more casual players, and you start fighting more competitively viable players.
That casual player, that'd be me.
Nah, don't feel bad.
No, I mean, I told this joke to you. It's like, what character does Scooter play? Hey, this question mark looks fun.
But it could suck. Just like a regular tourney, your first round you could be up against one of the top players in the world. But these are completely randomized tourneys versus official tourneys, which are seeded.
Right.
So if you're actually bad, then your odds of going against the top player in your first round are actually quite high. So that way when you go to losers, because usually they're double elimination, so when you go to losers, your odds of playing someone at the same skill level of you is very high. Because they're set up so that the top level players will fight each other at the end of the tournament.
Right.
So, but for these, when everything's randomized, it's luck of the draw. So, that Zero Suit Samus player that beat me, I could have fought him round one, and I could have just lost round one. But my point is this. My odds of winning the first round are pretty good. And mathematically, half the people who enter a tournament lose the first round anyway. They have to. That's how a tournament works.
Yeah.
If it's double elimination, it's more likely for you to go 1-2 than it is to go 0-2.
Okay.
Mathematically speaking. Because it's a 25% chance that you go 0-2, 50% chance that you go 1-2, and then 25% chance that you do better than 1-2.
Okay.
So the odds of you winning at least one set are 50% in a double elimination tourney. If, assuming like everyone's the same skill level and whatever. Obviously, if I'm fighting MKLeo and Esam, my first two opponents, my odds of winning are severely diminished. And if you don't know who those are, MKLeo is the top player right now, and Esam is noteworthy for being the top Pikachu player and also one of the top players. I just picked like two players who make the rounds in America.
That's the bad part, is I could, other than those two, the only person I can think of is Hungrybox. I don't think he does Ultimate.
He does Ultimate. He still plays Jigglypuff. I don't think he regularly ranks super high, but his placings are quite good.
Okay. Yeah, like what you said, those are the only 3 competitive players I know.
Yeah, Hungrybox will still get top 24, and he'll still use Jigglypuff. But I don't know that he's won a major. Actually, there is a rather funny thing. He entered a really big online tourney that had no regulation.
Yeah.
And because it had no regulation, he turned it into like a video where he was bribing people. So like, what would it take for you to throw the match right now? And was like playing them in Scrabble and whatnot instead. So I think he won that one by technicality because he got to the final round and like paid out the other guy because Hungrybox won the bragging rights. Aside from that though, and yes, it technically does count. Aside from that, I don't know that he's won a major. He might have gotten top 8 a couple times though. So he's a noteworthy player in Ultimate. But MKLeo and Eastham I think rank higher than him, and then there's a bunch of Japanese players as well.
Right.
As far as Evo top 8 in 2019 was concerned, so MKLeo's from Mexico. There was Raito, who's from Japan. There was Glue Tony, who I believe is French, maybe German, one of the European countries, and then probably one other foreign player, and then I think 4 Americans. So I could say like Raito, who used Duck Hunt and got into the top 8. Or there's also T, who's my favorite player. He uses Pac-Man.
I will say he's the Pac-Man guy.
He's so good. Sakurai complimented him.
I'm trying to remember. No, he's not the same guy. I'm trying to think. Was he the same guy during? I'm gonna say Smash 4. During Smash 4, wasn't he the same guy that used Link?
There is another Japanese player named T who uses Link.
Okay, so it's
and
not
they are
the same
both very good. So T who uses Link is just the letter T. T who uses Pac-Man is TEA.
Oh, so the drink.
Yes. But they are both very good. They have both gone to a lot of the same tournaments. Pac-Man T, I think, regularly ranks higher.
Okay.
Link T is still really good.
Yeah, because I remember there was a guy, the Link T. I remember seeing, like, randomly, he was just like, hey, here's this guy playing a tournament using Link. He's like, isn't he low in Smash 4? And he was like, walking all over top ranked players, like, this guy's cracked.
Yeah, when you know your stuff, you know your stuff. The other one, there's a similar scenario like that. So in America, or specifically in SoCal, there's a player named Nito, N-I-T-O. Good friend of mine. He primarily plays Ken, but he also uses Ryu and Terry.
Okay.
He's awesome. He's one of the best players in SoCal. He's number 4, I think. He's a very nice guy. I think he was like a volunteer firefighter or something.
All right.
He's got some like facial hair going on. He's a good guy. And then there's another player named Nito, or it might be pronounced Naito Sharp, which is Nito space Sharp.
Okay.
And I was seriously speaking to someone today, and I was like, oh, I've had the pleasure to play a fair share of top players in SoCal, and I started naming off people, and I said Nito, and he's like, oh, Nito Sharp? And I'm like, maybe. Yeah, he was using Ken, and Terry. He's like, oh, I didn't know he used Terry. Yeah, I knew he was really good with Joker. And I'm like, oh, we're talking about 2 different people. I'm like, I know who you're talking about. Nito Sharp, yeah, he does use Joker. And then the Nito I know was definitely a Ken main. And he's like learning how to play on a fight stick now because he can actually do the inputs and stuff. So it's kind of funny. What other items am I holding? Okay, so we can.
I think you're just holding sugar.
Yeah, so I have sugar and flour, which I can use to make cookies.
Cookies? I don't want a cookie right now.
Well, I don't have cookies. I got Lucky Charms crispy treats up there.
And I've got pretzels.
Okay, we have pretty much opposites of cookies. There we go. Get one more of these.
You have something oddly enough sweeter than cookies. I have the salty.
For sure.
Anyway.
Yeah, so anyway, so we were talking about competitive Smash. Yeah, so that's what I did today. I did 2 Smash tourneys and a Pokemon tourney, and that's kind of all I did, to be honest. We played some arcade games, that's true. And I did play that Cow indie game, which was fun, because the guy who made that was one of the gym leaders in the MAGFest Pokemon League.
Oh.
So it kind of doubled up, because people would say, oh, if you want the ice badge, you got to go over to this part of MAGFest, and then he'd be like, oh, while you're here, do you want to play my indie game? And I played it, and I enjoyed it. I do admit, it feels like a kind of like a cheap Flash game, and I don't mean that as an insult, but I just like just to describe it up front. It's not. Don't expect like the next Super Mario or the next Call of Duty or whatever out of it. But as far as like some people with passion who wanted to make a game and demo it, like I enjoyed what I played. So it's basically like a roguelite where you're a cow. and you defeat a bunch of farmers, and if you win, you become the boss for the next person to fight.
Oh.
So I won. So my cow, I named it Mushi, and I made it a green cow that looked like Yoshi. It's just there for a little bit.
Oh, okay, so it's on. I will say it. If you want to try this game, Under Pandemonium, it is on itch.io and it is live. It wasn't just demoed, but I think they brought it to the show floor just to try and get more people to try it out and play it.
And then Scooter and I walked past a few arcade games that we considered playing. Like I kind of wanted to play Dance Dance Revolution, but it takes a long time.
It's Dance Dance Revolution at a major convention.
Yeah, even if you're waiting just behind two people, it takes time because each person gets 3 songs. Each song's like 2-3 minutes plus loading times. So each time someone plays, you're playing for like 10 minutes.
At least.
And then then you're behind like 2 people, and it's like I'm not that desperate to play right now. And I also kind of wanted to play Groove Coaster, but similar problem.
Yeah, I felt so bad because I managed to get like the machine we went to that we tried to play on. Like I actually was able to play on that earlier today, and somebody came up to me like as I was getting on, I started playing it. Someone's like, "Hey, don't use the left side of it. The right arrow isn't working." It's like, okay, so I hopped over to the left side, and as I was halfway through, or as I was just about to start my second song, some guy came up, "Hey, can I play with you?" It's like, sorry, the left side's broken.
Right.
So
because otherwise I'd totally join someone else. I'd be like, I'll do whatever song you want. I don't care.
So, but yeah, that's another thing with machines at conventions that there's some people you have just one orange pumpkin left.
Where is it?
Left.
Left?
For this one.
That?
This one, yeah.
I can barely see it. Okay. Yeah, well that's not gonna do much good. I guess I could have left it.
But yeah, so like with conventions like that have arcades set up, everything works fine on the first day, maybe even the second day. But when you have upwards of potentially 1,000 people slapping on the arcade sticks for nearly 24 hours every single day, something's going to stop working.
Yeah, a lot. I told you before they had those challenges in the back corner.
Oh, I went to those.
Yeah, and a lot of the controllers are
I got one of the ones where the controller wasn't working. I tried to challenge for like 5 minutes, realized I had a bad working controller. It's like maybe I can make it work, and then I got about a minute into it. It's like nope, it doesn't work.
I'm trying to remember. Did I do any challenges today? I think I did. I cleared a Mario 64 challenge that required you to beat a level without jumping, which is fascinating because the level they make you play is the second Bowser level, Bowser in the Lava World.
Oh, that's a callback. That was one of the ones I remember.
Now here's the infamous thing about that level. There are a group of dedicated YouTubers who are trying to beat Mario 64 without pressing the A button. That level in particular cannot be beaten without pressing the A button. So, which is why when I saw that challenge, I was like, is this some sort of cruel joke? Or they're like, we can't figure out how to beat this level without playing the A button, but maybe it's somebody at MAGFest can figure it out. And what they did to as a failsafe, the reason you can't clear that level without pressing the A button is because there's a part where you have to climb a pole.
Right.
And in order to get off the pole, you have to press the A button. They modded it so that when you're on the pole, when you climb to the top and Mario does the little handstand,
yeah,
he automatically jumps off.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, okay, that's smart. So I was able to do the challenge. I did the Bowser fight. I cleared that challenge. And then they had another challenge for Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle that I did. And I beat that one. And then I tried one or two others, and I was just like, nah, I'm good. And then there were people behind me, so I hopped off.
I want to say the one I tried, and I stopped right away. It was Mega Man 2. Get through Airman stage. By the way, Mega Man doesn't stop jumping.
Oh, is that what that challenge is?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was just the joke of beat Airman, which is based on the Japanese song.
Yeah, but no, the whole challenge is because I was like, oh, that's Mega Man. I beat Mega Man 2. It's fine. I got this.
Yeah.
But basically, the description was something glitched in the warp, so Mega Man is always jumping, full height.
Okay, so that's kind of the opposite of that Mario challenge where it's like don't jump or you're always moving or something like that.
So yeah, basically your only buttons are left, right, and shoot. And guess what button was mapped to shoot? The broken B button.
Yeah, and that was a little rough because specifically on the Airman stage, I remember there's that one part where you're on a platform that kind of rotates around like a clock.
Yeah.
Like around the perimeter of what would be a clock, and then you have to line up with another platform that's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And so jumping consistently during that would give me like an anxiety attack.
Yep.
I almost did that challenge thinking it was just going to be the Airman challenge, and now I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Yeah. The bonus to completing it though was to beat Airman.
Sure. Yeah, I think I only did those 2 challenges, and then I attempted a third and then hopped off. I think that's exact. Oh, the third challenge I attempted to do, it was like Tiny Toons Adventures, and it's like get to the level jumping less than 20 times.
Okay.
And I tried it like 3 times, and I was like, no, I'm not really feeling this. And then because I forfeited the challenge, I had to hand the controller over, which isn't a big deal.
Yeah. The one I wanted to do, and I thought I was going to save it for later, there was one to basically beat the first level of Donkey Kong Country with Diddy in like 25 seconds.
Oh yeah. I saw people playing that one. I didn't play it myself.
I wanted to try it because because I've recently played through all 3 Donkey Kong Country games with the Super Nintendo again. I now know like how the speed movement tech works.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I know how this works better. I'm going to try it because that was also a throwback to like one of the first times they did the challenge panel in 2012.
Sure.
That and the Mario 64 one you cleared today.
Yeah. Well, so far my favorite one is the classic of play a Sonic level, but every time you collect a ring, it jumps to a different level. Because that's just like funny. It's not even like trolling or frustrating. It's just like, oh, it's just like a different thought process.
Yeah. Which, again, yeah, I hope they put some kind of like warning flashing lights on that one.
It's called Sonic Seizure.
Okay, so that's enough warning.
Yeah, it's like the name of the challenge has the word seizure in it. Not to be confused with like search and seizure, which is to like shut you down and take your stuff. But yeah, it was fine. And I think the other challenge I saw a lot of people play. There's a Kirby one, but the Kirby one is you basically can't get hit hard enough to lose your power up, or something like that.
Right.
You had to hold on to your power up the entire time. And I don't know. I walked by and saw a lot of people playing that one.
Yeah, because I don't know what the exact science is, but like I think it's like either it's a heavy enough hit because different attacks have like different sounds to them in Kirby.
Right.
So I think even back in the NES one, it's like if you get hit with a heavy enough hit, you will always drop your ability. But if you get hit with a light enough hit, you have a good chance to keep your power.
Right. So it's effectively a challenge of play Kirby without taking a hit, but you're using the power up that you're given. And then there was another challenge. They had like a custom Mario World hack where you had to fight a
Charge and Chuck.
Charge and Chuck. Yeah, I didn't play
I
that one.
glanced over that one. I wanted to try it, but I was like, no, I'm gonna go to Mega Man.
Yeah, they changed it to like a boss fight, and it looked funny, but I was like, I'd rather not do that one. So it's all good. Yeah, so I did play that a little bit today. At some point, I don't remember when, but I did do that.
Let's see, I think I've kind of got over my, we're not even close to the end of the video and I'm starting this subject, but I kind of went over like my MAGFest experience. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I didn't do as much, yet I probably also did more than I've done at a lot of other conventions too.
Sure.
Because now this is like overall my 4th convention I've gone to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say my 6th because I'm going to count some of the smaller ones back in my hometown. This is my 6th one now. I kind of now know the general flow of how you're supposed to do things at a convention.
I understand. After you do like your 2nd or 3rd convention, it starts to click.
Yeah, so like, I felt like I didn't do as much, yet I did about the same. But for you, because I think this is only your 2nd MAGFest.
It's only my 2nd MAGFest, and it's definitely better than the first time I went to MAGFest. Although, the first time I went to MAGFest, it wasn't exactly a great experience. Not really the fault of MAGFest, but even when I was there, there wasn't really a whole lot that I didn't quite know what to do. Not because I was inexperienced, but because I had gone to conventions before, and I was like, there's nothing I want from the Artist Alley, and there's not really any panels I want to attend. So I didn't know what to say or what to do. Or I did go to panels in 2015. I went to like the JonTron panel.
Okay.
And stuff like that. I did do panels. Never mind. Who am I kidding? But this time around, now that was well, let's preface with this. A lot of people did not attend MAGFest, and a lot of people actually bailed at the last minute. So that's kind of a bummer. That kind of stings. But also, last time I went to MAGFest, I stayed at a hotel that was very far away. This hotel is not exactly next to MAGFest, but it's like a 15-minute drive, which is fine.
Yeah.
And obviously, the fun of MAGFest is to stay at a hotel in the Gaylord where it's held, and just go upstairs when you're tired and go downstairs when you want to do something. That's the whole point. If we wanted to, as soon as I was done recording this video, we could go back there right now and do more stuff. I'm not going to because I'm exhausted. But.
Yeah, well, I'd say at least till 4 in the morning, but...
Well, certain things are open at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, like a handful of things, but
yeah.
I would like to have more than 4 hours of sleep.
Right. So, with all that in mind, given the circumstances that a lot of people couldn't make it, and given the circumstances that things had to be different this year, and that I've only been to MAGFest one other time, I did enjoy my experience. This was a much better experience. Would I say it's my favorite convention experience? No. I'm afraid I can't do that, Scooter, because I've had life-changing events happen at places like PAX East and PAX West, so I can't do that. But as far as just like hanging out with you and doing stuff, I am pleased with the things I decided to do.
Good. All right. I'm taking that. That's a point going home to me. I gave Yoshiller a good con going.
You certainly did. You have been a wonderful roommate for the sake of this convention.
All right. Now to ruin it all tonight, I'm gonna sleep across both beds. Good luck sleeping on the floor.
Make sure to snore real loudly. Make sure to.
I'm gonna make sure I leave the fridge open so you're cold.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's screw that heater. Drop that down to 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
And I'm throwing what's left of your snacks off the balcony once we're done here.
Who needs them? Make sure I oversleep so I miss the free breakfast. Make sure to sabotage me, would you? And make sure to take all the hot water in the shower too. By all means. So.
You just gave me more fuel. I was gonna stop with your snacks.
Use all the towels. Make sure I can't tell which towels haven't been used yet.
You should have plotting his own downfall. I was going to stop with throwing his own snacks off the balcony. He's threw another 5 ticks on the.
Oh yeah, you want to know how to like really be a sloppy roommate? Like okay, we kind of have our stuff all over the place, but it's just the two of us,
yeah.
So we kind of know like what's where.
What's where?
Not that it's like super sloppy. It's just like this is my pockets are full of doy. This is one of those situations where when I go to a hotel, the clothes I have worn already and I'm done wearing, I do leave them on the floor next to my suitcase. And when I'm done taking a shower, I leave the towel on the ground because most hotels see that as a note of, oh, this towel has been used. So I do that, and we have a table in here. We've kind of like thrown our stuff all over it. But aside from that, like, I don't know that I'm being too sloppy. You let me know if I am.
No, I'm pretty sure if you're being sloppy, then holy cow, I made this place an actual pigsty.
No, we've been fine. All of our snacks are on one table, and then we put the water bottles in the fridge. So we've been good.
It's what people like to call organized chaos.
A little bit, yeah. Like, I will clean this up, and like you tell me to clean this up, it'll take me 2 minutes.
Yeah, same. I mean, there's a good chance that as soon as we're done here, well, I'm not going to make it, like, say exactly what's going to, but Yoshiller's going to do his nightly routine. I'm probably going to pick up most of my stuff.
Yeah, because Scooter leaves a little earlier than I do, so he really needs to be out of here.
Yeah, so
we're going to different airports.
Yeah, I'm picking up like 90% of my stuff, and I guarantee you when I'm done picking it up, you're going to think Yoshiller made an absolute mess in here, but he really hasn't.
You guys aren't going to see the mess.
No, I'm not. No, we're not going to take a picture. We're not going to show you. Editing Yoshiller, don't worry. You're not going to have to do anything.
I'm not showing my clothes on the ground. It's not going to matter. At home, I don't even throw my clothes on the ground. I throw my socks on the ground because when I get home and I want to take my socks off, that's it.
That's all oddly enough, that's all I do too. Like, I've got a rough area, like, near where my clothes hamper is that I throw all my socks on the ground, but that's...
Yeah, the only reason these clothes are on the ground is because I need to pack them back up afterward, and I need to keep note of which clothes are dirty and which ones are clean, so I don't want to just throw them back in my suitcase, and I don't have a dirty hamper here.
Yeah, I mean, I brought a garbage bag for that, so... even then, I still put my dirty clothes off to the side in the garbage bag.
Well, when I get home, I just take all the clothes out of the suitcase and wash them anyway.
I should do that too, because, I mean, regardless if I wear what I've got left, I should... other than the dress shirt, I should wash what I've got in there.
For sure.
So which I did need to pack that dress shirt, but it's a dress shirt. It was just in case some miracle happened and I got asked to go on a panel, I could look semi-professional.
For sure, yeah. I actually did consider bringing a dress shirt. And I have a couple. I almost brought one and I didn't bring one. And thankfully, I didn't need one. But if I did need one, I would have been in a little bit of trouble, and I would have had to have shown up in one of my gamer hoodies and just been like, this is as professional as I can look right now. It's fine. I made myself presentable wearing a beanie and a hoodie and my Yoshi hat and whatever.
But yeah, so I guess that's kind of like the mentality. That's like the mentality right now, and I guess that I've got right now, and Yoshiller knows as well as I do. But like the last couple hours of a con are probably some of the weirdest because it's just like, well, I've got myself situated, now I have to pick up my life again and go away, and wait, no, I have to go away from my internet friend too that I finally met for the first time in person.
I appreciate it. I'm sorry that the last thing we did together was have you watch me cook cookies for an hour. Not even cookies we can eat, just cookies and Animal Crossing.
I was gonna say, that's the part that makes it worse. It's not the fact that you're making cookies. I can't eat these cookies.
You can't eat these cookies. No.
I mean, I could take a bite out of TV, but A, I'll end up in the hospital, and B, I'll ruin the TV.
And C, I'll have to pay an extra hefty bill from the hotel. I'd rather not have to do that. So.
I like how none of us are calling into the question of how strong is Scooter's teeth? He can bite through a TV.
I'm sure with enough adrenaline, we could get you to leave a mark and possibly tear a part off.
Punch me in the face. I need to know.
I'm not doing that. So there we go.
But yeah.
Let me see where I'm at with the cooking so far. Just real quickly, how are we doing on this achievement? It's Miles. We're at 458, Scooter. I'm so close. I don't think I can do it tonight though. But after I cook 42 more foods, I never have to cook again.
And bringing up the timeline, technically may be, depending on how you do it, it may be your first day back home from MAGFest. You finish it.
Cooking. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Well, let me look at a couple of recipes real quickly, because the most useless thing has been the carrots, because they have to be cooked with something else. So I may as well not pluck them. So let me look at the foods one more time. Make sure I'm not. Oh. It might be doable, Scooter, because I can take the sugar canes and make that into bags of sugar. So that's like another 8. And then I can make, I think, 12 more cookies. So that's a possibility. Let me see real quickly. Yeah. Let me look at the options. Is there anything that only needs 1 potato?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Although I will say, if it's not in the game, shame on the developers. But I want to say there should be something that's like a carrot cake. Or diced carrots.
I can do fruit stuff, Scooter. Scooter, this might be doable. I'll have to get a little crafty, but we'll get it done.
That's what we're doing, is crafting.
I'm cooking, but yeah. There we go. First, let's finish making the cookies. Let's get those out. So I can make 17 more of those. Then I can make maybe 5 more sugar canes. Okay, so that gets us to 23. Then I have to get 19 more out of that. 19 fruit items? Maybe. That's a big old maybe, Scooter. We're going to find out. We'll see if I can get this tonight. And it would be a great way to conclude the MAGFest Chronicles to where I never have to cook again.
Yeah. And even if you don't, you're 1 or 2 short, okay, that's really only going to interrupt. That's only 2 seconds out of your next craft.
But that would sting, Scooter. I just want it to be done. Because I'm cooking everything that my island has to offer. Flashing red?
It's stopped now.
Okay, that means it's full. Full, Scooter.
Do you have another USB stick?
I do not think I do. That's okay. Folks, I regret to inform you that this video has been cut short.
Dang it.
Here's where we're at. Alright. Alright guys, you're gonna see my beautiful non-Yoshi hat face.
Oh god, he's naked. Oh,
I'm sorry.
Gravy, he's naked.
This is where we're at. My capture card has just run out of space. So I cannot record anymore. So like it or not, I am not going to be able to fulfill that Nook Miles achievement. Now hopefully these past few MAGFest videos have worked out and hopefully I don't have to re-record or redo anything. So I will accept fate. We were about, I guess you can't really see my watch. It says 12:46. So we were about 10 minutes out from being done anyway.
Right.
So I'm fine ending it there. I will finish that achievement probably tomorrow or the following day. Scooter, hi. You're
hi.
here.
Oh, I should probably turn to face the camera.
Hey,
hello, camera.
So I opted not to do a MAGFest vlog. So this is about the equivalent that you're going to get. So I hope you enjoyed these videos. I know this is kind of a lame way to end things.
Oh, I should probably lean in so you're not twisting your arm awkwardly.
I'm okay. Yeah, my video camera's plugged into a wall. Like I said, we're using it as a microphone, so we're good. All right, so I guess things will have to end here. Scooter, that wraps up this video of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me at MAGFest, and I hope you had an awesome time. Do you have anything to say before I end the video?
One last thing, it's a little wordy. If you do decide to go to convention, do know that the last few hours also come, or after the convention's over, it comes with the feeling of post-con depression. It's a real thing.
Hey, do you guys want to see the mess I made after all?
Wow, going against your word.
That's the mess I made is right there, but all the other stuff is in the other room because we have one of those hotel rooms, and then like right in between is where the bathroom is, and then there's some stuff on this table, and then we got my Switch stuff set up there. All right, I showed you guys the mess after all. All right, this is where the camera's been the entire time. It doesn't actually work well to set it there, but that's okay. All right, I'm stalling. We're done. Good job, Scooter. Thanks for hanging out. We got to do like 4 Animal Crossing videos and a WarioWare video before we filled up on space, so we're good.
Yeah.
All right, I hope to see you all in future videos. Bye-bye, humans. Whoosh. Hey, thank you for watching my video. If you want to continue to support my content, the best thing you can do is like this video and subscribe to my channel. All you have to do is click the little buttons down below. Also, please be sure to follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with my video schedule. My tag is @RealYoshiller. I hope to see you all in future videos. Bye-bye. Whoosh.